you. Did you make observations of her mood?
Yes.
And do you recall her mood being low, that she felt numb and unable to laugh?
I apologize. If it's medical record, I don't have any objection, but I'd prefer not the leading. I have no problem if she reads from the record, though.
All right. If you could just, there's objection, in fact, leading question sustained, but is there any, so there's no objection if this witness, if you want to look at your notes, I don't know if you have your notes with you.
I do not. Do they have a copy that they can show me?
I don't know if the parties have a copy that she could look at.
I do. I could.
Do you have a blank copy?
Well, I mean, it has like a date on it. It doesn't have a lot of notes on it. It just has a name.
I can approach page by page.
All right,
It's fine.
sure, that's fine. So if you need or want to look at the record, just let us know. We'll do that.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Just gonna show you that page.
Sure.
I can speak that with her.
Sure, yeah.
So, Ms. Dukes, on this particular visit on 12/2, what was her mood?
So she reported having low mood and feeling numb.
Okay. And so you said she reported. So in the note that you're reviewing, these particular questions or these observations that you noted, are they based on her reports to you about these areas?
Yes, and as well as my observation of her.
Okay. So did it appear that her mood was consistent with what she was reporting to you based on your observations?
She appeared to have, if you can say, like normal mood. There was no like tears or sadness, or like there was no blunted interaction. She was able to make eye contact.
Okay. And kind of moving to what's identified in your record as mental status exam.
Yes.
What is a mental status exam?
So a mental status exam is an exam that's assessing how the patient is appearing, what she is reporting, as well as any concerns about safety, which would be any suicidal ideation, homicidal ideation, as well as any intrusive thoughts or worry, any hallucinations or delusions.
Okay. And so in this exam, is it a mixture of what the patient tells you and what you're observing?
Correct.
Okay. And if I can approach you with another page, page 53.
Thank you.
In regards to, on this particular first encounter on December 2nd, when it comes to the mental status exam, were you able to observe her facial expressions?
Yes.
And what were your observations of her facial expressions?
She was tearful when discussing her anxiety symptoms.
Okay. And did you also ask those questions about thought content? You just have to answer out loud.
Yes.
Okay. And so what did she say about thought content?
So thought content, worry about her infant and that she had an addiction to Ativan.
And you said you also, in this assessment, assessed suicidal thoughts, correct?
Correct.
And so did you ask her anything more about those passive thoughts that you indicated she reported?
Yes, and what she reported as far as like passive thoughts were thoughts of not wanting to be here or no longer wanting to live, but no plan.
And is that significant to you, the fact that she identified there was no plan?
Yes.
And why is it significant?
Because if she identified that she in fact had a plan, then that would escalate me to see it as a crisis and request higher level of support at that time.
As far as your observations of her thought process, were those within normal limits?
Yes.
And her intellectual functioning, were those within normal limits?
Yes.
Did she report to you any past attempts to harm herself or others?
No.
Did you go through with her her behavioral health history?
Yes.
And other than what you indicated as the anxiety and sleep, did she identify any concerns around substance abuse issues?
So she did identify concerns about, not in her history, but in that visit, about misuse of Ativan.
And if somebody expresses concern about that substance use, do you have a tool available to you to assess whether they have substance use issues?
Yes, so there is an assessment within the initial intake appointment that has a specific section to further assess substance use disorder.
Okay. And did you identify whether she presented with any substance use disorder issues?
I did assess that she did not present with any substance use disorder issues.
And as far as her expressed concern to you, fair to say it was focused on the one particular medication, the medication Ativan, correct?
Yes.
And why did you not find that to be an issue based on your assessment?
Based on my assessment and how she stated she was supposed to be using it, it was used correctly to remedy the anxiety symptoms.
And after this initial intake, I guess the first question is approximately how long is this initial intake appointment?
The initial intake appointment is typically an hour.
Okay. And after having spent the hour, gone through these assessments, spoken to her about her history, were you able to come up with or give an opinion about diagnosis?
Yes.
And based on her presentation to you, what was your opinion about diagnosis?
At the time, my opinion about her diagnosis was postpartum anxiety because she had a lot of anxiety about most things.
Okay. And so what were your recommendations as far as a treatment plan for her?
My recommendations at that visit was outpatient therapy, continued medication, and weekly visits with me.
Okay. And why did you recommend outpatient therapy on top of therapy with you?
So outpatient therapy was kind of like a blanket therapy, but more so like intensive outpatient therapy, partial hospitalization therapy.
And was your role in offering her weekly sessions an attempt to kind of bridge services and make sure she was getting everything she needed, or something different?
To bridge services.
And so after that meeting with the recommendation for weekly visits, did you begin to schedule additional visits with her?
Yes.
And after that particular visit on December 12th, did you send her any particular information?
Yes.
And how do you do that? How do you send patients information if you're not able to give it to them?
I can send it through my chart messaging.
And on this particular day, after your meeting with her, you sent her some resources about cognitive behavioral therapy, did you not?
Yes.
Your next contact with her was December 5th. Why December 5th, if you had just met with her on the 2nd?
That may have been the soonest available appointment that week for her.
Okay. And it was shy of the 1 week, right? Mm-hmm. Was there anything in your meeting with her on the 2nd that made it necessary to have a shorter appointment?
No.
This next contact on the 5th, was that in person or telehealth?
Telehealth.
And on this day, on the 5th, when you met with her, did she report some additional information or report how things had gone over the weekend to you?
May I see my notes?
Sure. If it's okay, I'm just going to give her all the pages from that note.
That's fine.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm just reviewing the note.
Sure. Take your time.
And can you repeat the question?
Sure. In that visit on December 5th, did she indicate to you or did she report to you how the weekend went for her?
Yes, she did.
And what did she say about the weekend?
She reported that over the weekend she had a difficult weekend, having intrusive thoughts about wanting to die.